Hey, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through a quick raid. So let me just pause this real quick. Okay. So what do you do when you see a base like this? It's obviously a mammoth find, so you want to go for the three. So you get 4.5 KDE, over 900,000 loot combined. So on this base, I'm like, okay. So the CC is protecting the entire core, and I don't think I can pull it, not easily. I could drop maybe a loon, a few loons over here or here, but then I don't want to waste that firepower going in. If there are Teslas, it's just bad news. Okay, so I have a Laloon for this attack, and the Queen is just protecting this quadrant of the base. So I can essentially deal with the rest and then just go at these few defenses and the Queen with my royals at the end of it if I need to. The the major problem is this sweeper. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so if I pull the CC, on these two air defenses. I'm not gonna go for this one to avoid the queen entirely. So if I go in on these two air defenses, then the CC pull can be double poisoned, and that will help my loon sustain all the way through, say, this whole area of the base. So I don't need to worry much about the queen at this stage of the game. So I just start my loons, hounds. So there they go. So what I usually do is start the hounds way back, and then when they enter, when they start clipping the edges of the buildings, then I just drop my loons behind them instead of doing the other way around. So if there are external mines, um, air bombs, they just go okay. So now I notice, okay, the sweeper is being a problem as expected, but there has been no CC pull, so there's no air targeting troop at least in the CC. So this is pretty good for me. I'm like, okay, so I can definitely get a 3-star on this. So I just wait it out. I clip my rages on the entry of the balloons so that they can sustain all throughout the raid instead of just getting it like for half the duration. So it's a pretty quick attack. Just follow the loons with your rages, and I know people use hastes, but nah, I prefer, because if I have like two loons in the core, haste is useless on expos. So I just use a rage, so even a few balloons left in the core can get the job done. So here I am like, okay, I can get all this down with my loons, or remaining loons. I can start my minions. There is an air skeleton trap, which is a nuisance at least. It will take out my single pups and minions wherever they are. So I just drop my minions, like start the cleanup, because that will take a long time. So this initial stage is really fast, but then the cleanup takes a lot of time. So you see here, I drop another minion to take care of the skellies. My baby dragon has done a decent job, but then I preferred it to go left, but then it went right. No, I screwed that drop. So what I want to do is now go in with my heroes and take out the town hall. So how I would go about it is, I drop my king on this pump, and then I drop my queen over here. So by the time this is down, my queen will if I'm lucky, will target the king and then just go in from there. So there goes my queen. I'm waiting for her to go in. There could be a possibility that she walks top, but then that story was almost down. Okay, so now the unfortunate thing is this is still up. So I didn't factor that in while I dropped them. So I had to drop my CC. So my dragon will take out the enemy CC, the dark elixir storage, town hall, and then I see there's nothing near the expo that can threaten my loons. So I think they can take out this expo easily. So I'm just waiting on my king. So I should have poisoned the queen over here when she came into my king's radius, but I was like, I wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy on the loons and what happened to them. So my king goes down pretty early, which is unfortunate. But my queen takes care of the enemy queen, the cannon, and now the dragon is locked on. So like I said, there's just a Tesla on these loons, and this expo was already weak, so I don't need to worry much about it. So the dragon takes care of the town hall. Like this is one minion going for the cleanup on top. So now, okay, so this is a critical point. Most people just end the raid after the town hall is done. Okay, let me just pause it there. So right now, what people would generally do is, okay, what I would also would generally do is, okay, I just hit the queen, get her as much as possible high, and then just quit it so I can hit again fast. But see, I wait. I see that there's only three defenses left, and there's just two outer towers that really stand a chance at taking her down. And there's a dragon in it for me, so this okay. I'm a little short in time, but there's a minion going at the back end of these buildings. And then if I can take care of these two archer towers with my queen and she does not go down, I might just be able to get the free star. So there goes my queen. No trouble dealing with the archer tower. The dragon just decimates the wizard, so that's no problem. So a critical point over here is I don't know why this happened, but right now the army camp looks closer than the gold storage, and I thought, oh screw it, I'm gonna get a 99%, but then my dragon went south. That was wonky pathing, I guess. And so I just clutched it in the last few seconds of the raid. And there you have it, a solid hit. So the few things you need to go through on every raid is look at the CC position, the enemy queen. This is strictly for Laloon. So you want to make sure the sweepers don't cause a lot of problems. Get your poisons ready. You just know when the CC will get triggered. Then avoid the queen if you have to, or then go in on her, make her target your loons, your hounds, and then just take her out with minions or something. But yeah, in general. So I'll just quickly play this through. So not a perfect raid, but then for like a few seconds of scouting, hey, pretty good. So you can keep on doing this. It's pretty lucrative. I require 1,000 DE for this army, and then you see I just made a 3.5k DE profit on this base. So yeah, quick fire. Quick.